after a rough start to the season, a lot of questions still remain for Ghost Gaming, and the road gets no easier against Cloud9, our Season 6 world champions, who started the season off really the exact opposite of Ghost, started it off pretty strong. And it's gonna be a difficult task for Ghost, and the desk hit on really all the points it achieves. But how do you feel about Ghost against Cloud9 right now?
I think Cloud9 cannot afford to look as sloppy as they did last week versus Splice. Ghost will absolutely give them trouble if that's the case. But James did bring up a great point. 1 goal through 9 games for Illusion. The big problem, 21 shots. 1 goal for 21 shots. Memory put on 7 with 20.
And so that's the big question. A lot of eyes are on Illusion and this entire Ghost team, and it starts off with Torment getting the first goal off the pass from Squishy.
And it's a nice clear from Lethamyr, but already Squishy's right on top of it. And he was just sitting saying, you better not clear the ball right at me, because he put the ball right to the top of the box. And we already know Torment spent all of Season 6 perfecting come up to the top of the box and score it.
And we were talking, Chiefs, before this game about how Ghost have registered a lot of shots on net, not just from Illusion and being unable to score, but this entire team, what was it, 72 shots coming into this game?
About 70, yeah, from week number 1.
Off of 3 games. So there's a lot of...
No, for Ghost?
For Ghost.
They played 9 games.
Sorry, 9 games. I'm getting it mixed up. Cloud9's on the field. On the other side, Gimmick just off the backboard, and Lethamyr can only clear it back over to Squishy. And Illusion able to pick up across midfield.
Man, already leaps and bounds better for Cloud9. We haven't even seen them have to play defense yet.
Looking for
the first opportunity.
Almost looking for a pass from Gimmick, but it is cleared away. Goes to a high-flying ball. Illusion does pick that one up. Chasing closely is Lethamyr. Trying to get in. Was Memory on the play, but he had to avoid Lethamyr as well. Coming back around, Lethamyr does pick up the ball, but can only go laterally in Cloud9's half, and Squishy just takes this one. An interesting sequence of events, but a lot of hang time on this ball right now. Just off the ceiling, shot for Lethamyr blocked by Torment. Ghosts not wanting to commit too quickly, and Memory pass out, gonna find Illusion on the play. Torment kicks it out. Gimmick already downfield. Good challenge by Lethamyr. Not really a ton of action so far, and really just kind of popping the ball out away, or at least trying to get it away from the defenders. That off the back wall, looking for a shot. Oh, it's a feint for Torment off the crossbar. Flying around his Gimmick, he gets back to it in time. Cloud9 setting up shop here in the orange half.
And they look to pick up right where they left off earlier on in game number 1, but the big difference is definitely Cloud9 able to generate shot opportunities, and Ghost has only been able to just touch the ball down onto the blue side and make sure nothing goes in, as this one actually finds its way in from the midfield line from Gimmick, who's just waiting in the midfield here to go and get whatever came at him. Lethamyr was being harried by Torment in his own net, made him slow to go and challenge that ball, and it opened just enough of a door for Gimmick to go beat him to it.
So early struggles for Ghosts. They've not really been able to find really any kind of favorable sequence. You heard James talking about it on the desk, where he felt like he started seeing sparks of being able to find each other on the pitch, and it felt like they're trying to get to the point where they want kind of like an even 3-man team, and it's not just Lethamyr and Memory punching in all the goals. Granted, Illusion hasn't been without his opportunities.
Oh, he had more than Memory.
He had more than Memory. he can't score on these, so he has to find a way to finish and execute when he is given the opportunity. A quick shot off the pass is high by Gimmick. Those infield passes, they come out of nowhere sometimes, and the power Gimmick can put on this ball, the consistency is so hard to defend against. Still Cloud9, 3 minutes gone. They have what feels like a comfortable 2-goal lead. Haven't felt a lot of pressure. Ghosts have registered 0 shots on net.
Nice bump there from Torment on Lethamyr, because all it does is just, again, buy plenty of time for Cloud9 to get set up and have a free ball to work with however they please. And that's been the big thing for game number 1. It has just been absolutely Ghost Gaming caught out of the midfield, struggling to defend the infield passes from the outside to here. Again, nobody here for this, and it forces them to scramble, and to top it off, they don't even get the touch, and Gimmick puts in number 3.
Yeah, Lucian, ball got away from him here, and then he touches it again and ended up giving it to Torment, who already had his car turned, anticipating the ball to come to him. It gives him a perfect pass over to Gimmick. All Gimmick has to do is just hit it on target. It was right into him as he came racing over. And Cloud9, a 3-goal lead, and while they struggled at times against Splice last week, if you're a fan of this Cloud9 team and you want to see them at that championship caliber level, you wanted to see this kind of response against Ghost Gaming, who have dropped their first 2 series of the season, are still really struggling to find their identity, and with a minute left, have Ghost still not registered a shot on net? They have not. And really, it feels like that. That passes the eye test from the first 5 minutes of gameplay. Almost 5 minutes as Cloud9 are going to cruise to a Game 1 victory. Lucian back to his own ball, but no quick follow-up ever available for Ghosts. Lethemir downfield, just off into space, buying some time for Ghosts.
They're just wasting time on Cloud9's half as well. They're willing to just let them bomb the ball into the corner. It's not like they're going to do anything with it. They haven't stuck anything past Cloud9 yet.
A light touch from Lethemir. It was just to get something going. Heading into game number 2, the miss is going to allow Memory to score. They do pick up the goal off the rebound with 12 seconds left.
Vintage caster curse. They haven't got anything past Cloud9 yet. Well, 2 people just missed the ball on Cloud9, and Memory scores an easy one. But if you are Ghost Gaming, you said it right before kickoff, Jorby. It does not get any easier when you have to play Cloud9, and this was the team that everybody expected Cloud9 to come out and play like back in week number 1.
And another goal, maybe no block, still another block as time expires. Cloud9, well, they easy peasy acquire the Game 1 victory. And for Ghosts, there's no shortage of things that really went wrong. They generated no offense. They had no boost half the time, or at least little boost to be able to do anything with it. And when they were getting clears, they were having solid touches. No one was able to follow it up because they were either rotating back because they were looking for boost. It was a mess for Ghosts in that first game. They really weren't able to find any kind of foothold. And the goal that really sealed the deal in the entire game is just this roll right here. Torment finding that pass was already down. When Lucian touched the ball down to him, that ball would shoot straight out, almost like a cannon over to Gimmick, and Gimmick just raced back to it. And I mean, it's a heads-up play by Cloud9.
And that's the other thing about it, is you say it's a heads-up play from Cloud9, but that goal showed everything that Cloud9 did. You noticed they cleared that ball out to the corner, and there was already a guy on Cloud9 saying, yes, please do, bring the ball right to me. It doesn't really matter how Cloud9 challenges that ball, just as long as they don't lose it. Because that happened over and over and over in game number 1. They clear to the corner, Cloud9's right there, top of the box, shot. Clear to the corner, Cloud9's there, top of the box, shot. Rinse, repeat, and they won 3-1.
I think the main thing for Ghost, they gotta have some sort of midfield presence, start making these challenges. This isn't the same Ghost team we even saw last week. They looked better last week in their 2 losses than they did in this first game. They were able to put shots on net. They were able to
shut down.
Yeah, absolutely. And Cloud9, I don't want to harp on Ghost too much and not give Cloud9
It's
any
not
credit.
that Ghost played bad.
It's just Cloud9 are playing like Cloud9.
They knocked it out of the park in game number 1, and it is definitely on Cloud9 continue to be able to generate that pressure. As far as I'm concerned for Ghost, you got to be able to make one person miss. If you make one person miss, you will generate yourself some chances, and that's all Ghost have to do is just beat that first man coming off of defense.
Gimmick around the corner. Fast to the ball. Lucian does get to the challenge. Not the best touch for Squishy. Catching it out, flipping it around, Memory. Corner shut down by Cloud9. Given up by Squishy. Torment forced up. That's not a great clear from him. The challenge slow coming. Memory does get a piece of it. Lethemir there. Memory going for the demo. He gets him. Gimmick's in the way. Lethemir tries to muscle it through. Can't do it. Hanging on, and Ghost already have more shots on net than they did all of game number 1. Starting off much better. Lethemir on the point. Getting back against Gimmick, a great win for Lethemir. Making a lot out of a little. First minutes trying to lock Cloud9 into the blue half, but they get the clear.
And it's a good thing to see Ghost start off with some early pressure, say, you know, you guys played well game number 1. Game number 2 is going to be a totally different story, and already Cloud9 finding themselves having to make sure they keep things under wraps on defense, don't make any big mistakes, because you already know Ghost is a team that will punish you because they've got that ability. You just didn't get to see it in game number 1.
Around the corner. Up high for Torment. Illusion kicks that away. It's back over, and a good win from Memory on the challenge. Lethamir already downfield. Shot on target, blocked by Torment. Still in play. Squishy off the backboard. Has the touch, but Lethamir can't catch it out under Torment. Wins the challenge.
And again, nice job from Ghost. All you got to do, make that first guy challenging not come up with a clean win, and they've been able to generate a couple of great chances. Smart play here from Illusion trying to force the challenge. Unfortunately, lost it horribly. And a nice help from Memory to get that ball out to the side, and Gimmick pass to the middle for Torment. Beat through two, and can they beat the last man? Nasty hop. Memory can only watch. Torment's not in a good spot, and Squishy from too far away. Cloud9 will have to rinse and get set up again.
And Memory is so happy that he didn't actually have to make a save. He was still coming back to the net on the same side of the ball. It would have been tough to get up and try to make a save as the last man back, but Ghost hang on. Oh, at the laser of a shot, just off the back wall, in front of the box, looking in and slips it through. Splitting the defenders is Torment. Cloud9 have the lead.
And Torment actually kind of comes out of nowhere here from the Ghost Gaming side as Memory's running into the net. He's staring at Gimmick, who he's expecting to go for that ball, and Torment kind of just blindsides him, beats him to that ball, and goes right behind him because Gimmick wheeled around on the midfield line. And so he was looking up forward at Gimmick and then just was not expecting Torment to come right from behind him.
One thing off this kickoff. Oh, Memory's actually going to score. Gimmick up in the air, couldn't recover in time, and Ghost pick up a much-needed goal here at halftime.
Yeah, Torment's with a clear to the back wall, and Gimmick was also up on the back wall in case Torment didn't get that first challenge, and it meant nobody was there for Cloud9. Gimmick dismounting from that back wall did not land cleanly, and just a nice shot from Memory to beat the man.
Ghost showing you what you can do when you're able to grab some boost on the field and not just have to deal with shot after shot after shot. Cloud9, a quick response from Squishy, and they have the lead right back.
Again, Memory hesitating to go for that clear, the reason being he had 2 boost, and Squishy figured it out instantly because he saw that tip from Memory. He says, well, if he goes for the challenge, I have to leave because he's got me beat. And he says, oh, he's not going for it. Great, he has no boost, and he just called him on it.
A good sequence again around the corner. Cloud9 slowly bringing the clamp down, winning all the boost battles on this drive. Gimmick fighting hard against Memory, back over to Illusion. Illusion forces his way back over to Lethamir, a little too far off for Gimmick. He's able to pick it back up. Gimmick flipping it over, another, forcing the touch from Illusion. Illusion able to do it, and Lethamir with a great follow-up. Give Ghost some breathing room.
And again, Ghost doing a great job. What do you have to do? You got to beat the first man coming at you, and they've done just that here in game number 2, and that's why it's still fairly close. And it's just come down to perfect execution to Cloud9 to have the lead, and here's a chance for Memory to equalize. Torment, though, so fast off the line. Safely to Gimmick and into the hands of Squishy, but another great win from Illusion, and still Ghost threatening.
And the win off the demo is Torment. Pass downfield for Memory, and the ceiling does him dirty. Bounces away from him, forced back to Ghost's back wall. Trying to play small ball on the defensive end, and tipped away for Squishy. Torment's shot is blocked. Now a race on the transition, but Gimmick gets back in time, buys a little bit of time, still needs some more, makes another great challenge. Now Squishy set, can't get back to it. Up high, shot by Illusion, and no good. Too light and high anyway. Gimmick picks it up past midfield.
And that shot right there from Illusion is probably why you see his shooting percentage be so low. It is a lot of Lethamir and Memory playing those 2 men up front as Gimmick's not able to muscle one through the line of Ghost Gaming. But it's tons of Leth and Memory on offense. Currently trying to get that ball past the midfield line. Memory will need help from Lethamir as actually Ghost has some time.
Every time they've tried to move this ball down the pitch, Cloud9, like that, they win another challenge, but that's going to afford Ghost maybe an opportunity. There for the save with Squishy. Gimmick again. Good challenge by Lethamir. Can he get back? For Illusion. Illusion. Memory squares up once. Squishy trying to clear this out. Plays it slow and wins the challenge. Brought it down, giving Cloud9 the victory here in game 2.
Smart play from Squishy on that delayed challenge right at the end. But again, like I was trying to talk about right there towards the end of that series, Illusion, he only had that one shot on net, and it's because Lethamyr and Memory, those are the two guys always on offense. Yeah, we're talking about it on the desk. Illusion is definitely the third man. He follows Torment in that role. You know, it's a lot of Gimmick and Squishy opening the door and saying, Torment, you're going to have to come finish this. And the difference is Illusion, he gets lots of opportunities because Lethamyr and Memory apply plenty of pressure when they're able to do it. And the thing is Cloud9 is never in a bad spot. Illusion never has a perfect opportunity, like you can't miss this.
Yeah, you don't ever catch Cloud9 scrambling on defense.
It puts a lot of pressure on Illusion to really make the perfect shot to get it by, and unfortunately he wasn't able to deliver that in week number 1. Here in game number 2 versus Cloud9, again, a very tough shot to make, and he couldn't do it. And do you blame Illusion, or do you say, well, someone's got to give him a better setup or get somebody out of the way? Or do you just say, yo, Cloud9's good on defense?
I mean, I don't think you can really place the blame solely on Illusion. Again, I just think you have to give credit to Cloud9's superiority in how they control the game, and especially controlling the pitch. You said it best, is that Cloud9 have never been in a bad position. They've always been ready for the next touch. Their backboard defense has been solid. They've always found each other on any end of the pitch, whether it be the defensive end or the offensive end. It's been tough to crack. So Ghost will win a couple of challenges, but they can't win every challenge, and that is the task that they have set upon them against Cloud9. They have to win every challenge.
But it was a much better game too, you must admit, from Ghost Gaming. Immediately. Already much different. Never really boxed it in their own half. Were able to break out, find some clears to space, beat a couple of guys on defense, and here's the first opportunity where Cloud9 might be in a bad spot, but of course, Torment so sure-handed, able to make a nice save, and a great pass to Memory, and he just couldn't find the net from right next to the wall.
Yeah, tight angle for Memory to try to score. Still, a good way to start if you're Ghosts. Just being able to connect on the passes at all on offense gives you some semblance of confidence. Memory shot, trying to force Squishy back. Squishy up to the task, makes the save. Kicked out, Cloud9. A good challenge from Memory. If he can get back down to it in time, he can't not do it. And a challenge again. The pass out from Lethamyr, or out to Lethamyr, was blocked. And we saw this at the beginning of game 2 when Ghost did have enough resources to be able to contend with Cloud9. You saw them consistently try to bring the ball down and really try to make the pace theirs. Set the tone of the game the way they want to, and not have to play this Boomers game against Cloud9, because they've lost that. And that shot finds an open net. They lost that Boomer game. Torment scores the first for Cloud9.
Straight off the side, Lethamyr took a little bit too long, thought about going for it, and he realized just a split second too late that Torment was coming off the goal line and had him well and truly beat. And that slight hesitation from Lethamyr, not immediately running back, not being fully aware of what could happen, just cost his team the opener in game 3.
Round to the corner. Illusion up off against the backboard. When that's not the best, but actually it is really good, as it kept possession close. He didn't give up the ball right in front of the box. Sometimes the best play when you have that much space is just put it right in front of the net for us to clear out. Ghost do so. That shot blocked by Squishy right into him. Buying some time is Illusion. A good touch. Back to Lethamyr. Back to Illusion. Shot is blocked off the post. Torment denying Illusion yet again. No goal for Ghost.
Beautiful save from Torment. That was absolutely quality defense from Torment, denying another opportunity for Illusion. But here's another free ball for Ghost. Up over the top. No help, though. And Cloud9 content to waste time. Pass to Squishy, top of the box. Didn't really square up on it. And just tapped it to himself. But a big miss from Illusion. Pass to Gimmick, and they've got no chance. Help as he actually beat Torment. Torment was thinking Gimmick was going to leave it, and Torment was going to lend a helping hand, and Cloud9 squander a freebie.
Yeah, Ghost definitely get away with one right there. Illusion trying to play the bully, trying to make Gimmick bite. Gimmick never did. Shot by Lethamyr just wide of the net, cleared away again for Cloud9. I do like some of these sequences from Ghost. Again, playing it close. That challenge doesn't go his way. Off the post. Shot on target. No, it's not. It's off the post again. Cloud9 can't get the insurance. Flipped away by Torment. And Torment wins another challenge. Big to buy Cloud9 some time.
That could absolutely be the difference maker, too. This game could be 3-0 right now for Cloud9, and we could already be talking about the end of the series. But instead, Ghost Gaming able to hang around again. Illusion had his own beautiful setup play that his teammate just didn't capitalize on. And now Gimmick, in a 1v1 back the other way, forces Lethamyr to punch it off the corner. And Cloud9 will set up the tent in the midfield, but again, Illusion able to break him out.
Against off the corner. Lethemir again. Shot. Does he have it? No, Gimmick is there. You see Ghost trying to play physical on the line, trying to break this Cloud9 defense. Torment challenged by Illusion again, and the challenges have been really consistent from Ghost. They've been able to meet Cloud9 to a lot of these plays, but again, it just comes down to that last challenge that they're never able to win. And Cloud9 break out, and Ghost find themselves too far up. This ball has tons of hang time in front. Ghost took forever to get back to it. They do come away with it in midfield this time, but that could have easily gone in Cloud9's favor.
Cloud9 took forever to go get it. Ghost was probably waiting, expecting Cloud9 to be right on top of it. Either way,
double-edged sword right there.
Lead still 1 as we approach 60 seconds, and Ghost gotten away with murder, but they've also missed a couple of great setup chances, and Squishy will just steal that away and continue to waste time. Cloud9, like you said earlier in this one, are content to just launch the ball back and forth across the field because they currently have the lead, and a nice bump, free ball, 2-0, and that could be the nail in the coffin.
Yeah, eventually the egg cracks for Ghosts with 50 seconds left. That bump is what does it. Ghosts just, it's been tough to find room to work with all over the pitch, and the lockdown defense, and then the quick transition, the physical play. Cloud9 are outperforming Ghosts every step of the way. And do you expect any less from our world champions? Maybe you did after their week 1 performance against Splice. But Cloud9 and league play, that's what they do, right? They usually have a very up and down league play, and have certain games where you're like, all right, this is the Cloud9 that we know and love. And I don't think that Illusion has really played that poorly in this series. He's been where he's needed to be most times. It's just the angles, the passing lanes haven't been there because again, like we mentioned, the Cloud9's defense.
But the final 15, gonna wind down, and still Cloud9 content to waste time. And Ghost just cannot get anything through. They'll deliver another one. Squishy will definitely finish this one off with 8 seconds left. And I agree with you, Trophy. This was the suffocating Cloud9 that you know they're capable of being. Game number 1, that was Cloud9's offense. That's the Cloud9 offense where they'll just beat you because they know exactly what you're going to do with the ball. And then they just win the next challenge and put the ball into the back of the net. Game number 2, much more back and forth. Cloud9's defense comes through big. And game number 3, Cloud9 choked a little bit on offense, could have won this game much sooner, but still, the only reason it wasn't closer is because they had to make a couple of great saves. You got to see all sides of Cloud9 here against Ghost.
And it really was fun to watch Cloud9. It's always fun to watch Cloud9. I still think, you know, I stand by a lot of pro statements when they say, look, there is still something to this Ghost team. They're just not exactly at that. Cloud9, when they're playing at 100%, no one in North America can beat them. And again, on this next play right here, Cloud9 getting this one out, trying to find the challenge, and it's just a tee down. And again, the challenges by Cloud9 have been good. The transition is there, and that's where you see Ghost. All of them played up on that, trying to, when you make so many challenges in the attacking half of the field, and you're like, okay, well, that was neutralized, you want to be really quick and keep challenging that way. And then it's that one challenge you lose, and Cloud9 is ready for it, boom, down the field, and you pay for it. And that's really unfortunate for Ghost, but a lot of matches still left in North America. After a dominant performance from Cloud9, we got a couple more coming at you. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after the break.